Okay, now we're live. I think that's it. Yep. Can you see the banner? Okay. Are we there? Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Tommy Temper. Hey, just to let everybody know, if you want to come up on the stream, you actually have to show your picture. It has to be you. And you have to do something I tell you to do, or you can't come up. Too much porn bombing going on. Hey, Tommy, while you're there, hit that like button, buddy. Hey, what we were talking about, and I did in my live stream on YouTube, and I don't know how to get it all to hook together and do all that fun stuff. Yeah, we got the little waving going on. Anyway, Tommy, I don't know if you're the third one that came in or what. Now we got 2 likes up or two people in. I don't know if it's me and you, me and whoever. I got the link up there in the banner. And nobody backstage. Anyway, what we were talking about is the our elections and how they have been manipulated, and the ballots and the voting and everything that they've done, and how it's involved all of us. And what your thoughts are on how it involved you. Have you checked to see if you voted? If you didn't vote, go to your election boards, find out. Anybody else coming up? Panel's open. Tommy, you want to come up here with us? All right, gang. So here it is if it didn't go through the other way. We're talking about the ballots and the 2020 election, previous elections, and how they've influenced us over the years. The 2020 election was brought to us and put in our face because of the political side of things that were all done. Now, the other thing that happened, and like I was saying on my other live stream that was a part of the YouTube, is that they kind of manipulated things. Now, the mail-in ballots were sent out to everybody, and it was a request, it was an application. And you could send it back in requesting an open a mail-in ballot. Now, I don't know how it worked out because I never sent it in. I always vote live. I'm more secure in that my vote's being taken serious that way. But how many people went in and found out that they had already voted, or have checked and found out they've already voted? You know, it's crazy. So here's my analysis of what happened. And they're going to keep the numbers simple because we're not going to get into the thousands and the mixed up numbers. We're going to go with 100. Let's say we've got 100 people that went into the ballot, their polling stations and voted. Okay. Out of those 100 people, maybe 5 of them found out that a mail-in ballot was sent in on their account. Well, they didn't send it in. So now they had to do a letter that said that they didn't do that and they were voting live. Now, the trouble is, when they do that, that doesn't even get opened up, the provisional ballots. So they don't get to do anything with it until, if the numbers are so close, then they open up the provisional ballots. So if you voted or showed that you voted and you didn't, then your vote's counted. It just is, until until they tear them apart and figure out that, hey, this one didn't get voted. It's already voted. It's already been put in. Okay, as you've seen in some of the videos that you've seen, they brought in a box of mail-in ballots, and that's how they did it. They just run them through. They don't know who they are. They don't know anything about them. They're just counting ballots. Well, to try to find your ballot out of all those mail-in ballots, it just isn't going to happen. So unless it's close, it's not going to, unless somebody actually does that. Now, and you've got people who sent in mail-in ballots that were not the mail-in ballot for whoever. These people never voted. They never, nothing. They're old, passed away, whatever. And there was some election boards that found out that they did have people who passed away who had voted. Well, guess what? It's exactly what Donald Trump said. Whether you like him or you don't like him, it doesn't matter. That the elections were not right. Now, I don't think he really cared if he won or lost. Now it's all about a pride thing with what they've done to him, but he wanted to make sure it was right. The people were represented properly. And since that all these ballots have been counted and everything, people found out if they had not voted in a particular election, they went and checked and found out that he did vote, there was an issue. And it's a big issue. So you take those 100 ballots to 5 out, you got all the mail-in ballots. Now, when they count them and they do a recount, what are they going to recount? Everything they've already counted. They're not going to go back and check all these other things that are the different scenarios that happened. I'm saying they happened, not that they think they happened, that happened. So what else? So the elections weren't proper. They weren't being run right. So what was wrong with our elections in 2020? We had a guy who never got out and told anybody anything, who won by numbers that were higher than the president that we had, and he had the highest numbers of any president on a second election. Think about it. Was it right? Was it wrong? Yeah, I don't know. That's my thoughts. Anybody else want to come up? Haven't got anybody else up here yet. I'll send an invite. I know politics is one of those things. They always say you don't want to talk politics, you want to talk religion. Two of the main topics people don't want to talk about. I'm just talking about our elections. The other thing that goes on is our election boards and the challenges that are put up on the folks that have signed up to be put on the ballot, whether it be a error in the paperwork, whether it's been signing of the paperwork by the your clerk's office, whatever problem could be with it, there's challenges. And the problem is the challenges are coming up and they are not being run in a consistent fashion. We had a couple of guys come up. Tommy, you're here. Howard County Observer was over in the other one. And Joey Simpson was up. And both of us kind of paid attention to this a little bit. And Joey got awakening. I know that he was watching the political spotlight with Christopher Bilbrey, and he brought it up and he showed some things going on with a couple of the election boards, Madison County and Delaware County. But there's things going on, and people need to know. So where is everybody? Where's everybody on this Saturday? Hey, I want to do this again. I want to thank all the subscribers. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed and has gone through the videos and watched them. And I want to thank those who have been waiting for me to put out some more content. Yeah, I'm a little slow about doing it. And I decided that, this is one of the things that have been on my mind for this week. Now, not that I haven't paid attention to a lot of other things. There's some things going on with for public safety down in Louisville. There's some things going on with what the hell's down in Otter Creek, Florida. There's some things going on with Craig Hendry over there in, I think he's, Anyway, he's out central West Indiana, around Lafayette area, in that area. Some things going with Wanda Mize in Indianapolis. And, there's some things going on in South Bend with Fortunately Unfortunate and Midwest Accountability. There's some things going on with the Angry Vet. Some things going on with Long Island Audit. And, hey, Four Corners out there in New Mexico. He's in jail. Over what? Stupid stuff. And it's nothing that he really did. But he got thrown in jail, and he's in jail. We've got Val out there in California. Know your target. Yeah. And I don't know what his charges are or anything. But yeah, he's got issues going on. His life's been totally turned over, flipped upside down. A lot of people that get into the auditing community are out here because something has happened to them. They were been brought into this because something happened to them and it wasn't right. And they can explain it on themselves. Fortunately, I haven't had that issue. I've had some issues, don't get me wrong, but I haven't had the kind of things they've had. Mine have all been traffically related. That taking people's money for no reason. There's no victim. That's a funny story. I think about this all the time. Let's say you're going down the highway And you and a few other people decide that, hey, it's a nice day out today. Weather's doing great. And we're going to run 75 mile an hour. You're not causing any problem with anybody. You're paying attention to how you drive. And there comes some red and blue lights behind you. And you go on up the road and you pass several cars that had several red and blue lights behind them. A whole bunch of these guys, these cars has got red and blue lights. They're out pulling people over. For what? For what? No victim. Nobody harm. Pulling you over to extort you out of your money because you and a few other people decided that the speed limit for today was 75. Think about it. Who was the guy who decided that that speed limit sign said 65? And trucks are 60. Or cars at 70 and trucks at 65. Who's the guy who decided that? We got a commission, the DOT. Who are they? They've adjusted the speed limit so many times for fuel consumption, for this, for that, for everything else. Now I can understand if it's because of a windy highway and they want you to know that, hey, you need to slow down because it's a windy highway. Or this road is not constructed properly to allow you to drive at a higher speed limit because it's unsafe. Whose fault is that? The same guy who put the sign out there. Okay? So when you go to court, how about let's fight it like this? Pull up your records. Do a FOIA request before you ever go to court on how many tickets were written for speeding for that day or whatever you got pulled over for. Then go to court. Obviously, hey, the majority counts, right? Obviously, this many people decided that it was okay to drive faster on that day. And obviously, there's some statistics out there someplace that tells the cops that on certain days when the weather's nice, that guess what? There's going to be more people that we can extort out of money. Seen it done. So what are we going to do? You know, I drive a semi. And I'll tell you exactly why they've got speed limits that are split here in Indiana. It's called speed control. Split speed limits. The real speed limit that they want everybody to go by is 65. Out here going down 69. That is 70 for cars and 65 for trucks. Why? They're making it to where the truck driver is getting the blunt of the harassment. The unsafe drivers that are driving around him because he's restricted to 65 mile an hour. If OSHA really cared, if we actually had an OSHA that cared, then semi-drivers would be in the left-hand lane, and it'd be left-hand lane only for trucks, no cars. Think about it. Does it make sense? Is it logical? Why is a semi-driver, a vehicle that knows he's going from point A to point B, knows he's going to get off on a certain exit to get into whatever municipality that he's going into, why should he be in the right-hand lane? Why should he have cars passing him on the left just to cut him off in the front to get off on an exit? Why? When the semi drivers could all be driving the same speed limit in the left hand lane. Would that make sense? You want to control speed for semis, put them all in one lane. If they want to pass, they go over in the right hand lane. Supposed to be professional truck drivers, at least that's what they tell us. But I'm going to tell you what, give me the paycheck that they pay these guys that are supposed to be professionals that have on their signs that they run a practice. Your doctors, your attorneys, your dentist. Yeah. The ones that are supposed to be professionals have practices. Why do they have practices? Because they haven't gotten it right yet. But a truck driver is responsible for everything that goes on for that day. If some car pulls out in front of him and he hits him and his logbook's off just a little bit or whatever, guess what? He's responsible. I'm going to take a quick break here. I'm just going to stay online, but I'm going to go dark because I got some business to take care of. You guys stay there and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I know it's quick. All right, who else wants to come up? Who else is on here? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, we haven't got anybody showing right now. Here I am, looking out for you. I'm going to have to get out my laptop too. All right, guys, there's Danny. Danny's thoughts. He's out thinking. Okay, did some more inviting while I was here. Somebody came up and they're gone. Let's see if I do another banner thingy here. Oops, there we go. Gotta do it here. Oh, nobody's watching. Nobody's watching. Hey, I'm here. I'm here. I don't have a little cat. Don't have a little dog. Don't have anybody but me. Just me. So, how does your government involve you? What has it done for you, and what do you do for it? Seems like all we do is pay and pay and pay and pay for our government to do what they want to do. Now, it used to be that your government did things for you. Think about the old Western days. You did a little thing, you became a town, and I'm assuming the merchants are what paid for the sheriff of the town. Wasn't any streets to be maintained because they were all dirt. So I'm assuming the community jumped in and took care of that. You had a community church. And one church everybody went to, no matter what the denomination. So if you think about it, probably those communities were all, of a denomination. So biggest place for people to get together was at the tavern. Now it was mainly men because that's, women, the ladies of the community were not allowed in there. Now they had women of the saloon back in the day that were there. And things happened, you know. Now you got to remember back in the day when women were looking for men to marry, and the only way to get out into those areas where there were a lot of men and not very many women were to be hired by saloon owners, either as dancers or as hostesses or whatever you wanted to call them. And, they did the things they did. So that was the day. Everybody carried a gun. So if you ever had a conflict and it was agreeable, you didn't just go out and, have a fist fight. You didn't have an argument. You didn't go to court. You went out and you had a gunfight. One guy walked away from him, the other guy laid there. They put him up in Potter Field. That's just the way it went. Today, people sue people. Yeah, it happens. So think about it, folks. What has your government done for you? We pay a lot of money in taxes. You got property taxes, you got license plate taxes, you got tire taxes, you got gas taxes, you got food taxes. You can't do anything that you don't have a tax. Like I always tell everybody, there's only one thing that you own once you buy it. They don't take it away from you. And you don't pay anything on it or for it once you buy it. Think about it. Let's see if there's a way to do a poll in here. Gotta be a way to do a poll. I know there was one on the YouTube live stream. Oops. Okay. All right. Today. I've been on here about 41 minutes. Nobody wants to come up. Where is everybody? Hey, Freddie, where are you? I don't know how to send out notifications on my YouTube page. Okay, I'm still. Well, we're up in StreamYard. We're up in everything else. Nothing. All right, guys, let's go. Let's do some things here. Settings. We're recording. We're doing layouts. Camera and over general. Yes, what's on general? Okay, stream quality. Da, da, da. Orientational settings are disabled while live. Okay. Okay, okay. All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right, everybody, where are you? Where are you? A slow day in Pearsall House. All right, all right. I'm tired of sitting around here. So we're going to end this one. We'll try it again.